Last video, I promised you guys I was going to show you how to put your home improvement business online without using the basic Angis, Thumbtack, Home Advisor, etc. There's multiple ways that you can go about that, like Facebook ads and whatnot, but today I'm going to show you the most beginner-friendly option, and that's going to be Google Ads. All I'm going to do is just walk you through what it would look like if you're going to put your business on Google Ads right now. I do want to make a distinction. There are different types of marketing on the Google platform. Today I'm going to show you Google CPC, or other words, cost per click. Now, let's get into it. So as you can see, I have Google Ads pulled up right here. I want to click on it. Now you could start with an expert, which just means you're gonna hop on a phone call with somebody. Keep in mind, these guys are usually not from the US and they usually have thick accents. So if you want to deal with that, that's cool. Me personally, I'm not trying to deal with that. So I go with start now, right? It's pretty simple. So first you want to put your business name, and it's also going to be your business profile. And that's just Google's way of understanding who you are. So before this, you want to input your business into Google's system. I can make a video on that. If you don't know how to do it, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video for that. Then you want to put your website. Now, it's crucial that you have a website or at least a Google page, like I mentioned before. There's no point of running traffic to your business if there's nowhere for people to get a quote, right? Which leads to the next page, which is the specific page of your website that you want people to go on. So when you put that link, you want to put the link to the specific get a quote page or whatever your contact page is. So people, when they click on that link, it's straight to you and they can call you, contact you, email you, whatever it is. Right? And then the next question is, what is your main advertising goal? It's pretty straightforward. You're probably going to want to get more calls, or you could get more people to your website. Now, that's usually for people who are selling products. So if you have like a store selling shirts or something, if you're a home improvement contractor, you probably don't want that. You just want more calls. And I also forgot to mention before, you can also disable calling and just make it so people go on your website and then people can fill out a form or email you through there. But I always recommend that you put the phone call on there so people can call you, because those leads are usually hotter than the rest. Now this part is where people usually get confused and give up, but I promise you it's so simple. So for the headlines are just what people see when they see your link right here. So it is important that you put a good headline. Now, if you don't know what you're doing with headlines, there's multiple YouTube videos on what makes a good headline. And I can also make a video on that if you guys want to. But if you're too lazy to do that, you could always go on ChatGPT. Put in ChatGPT, like, write me a headline for Google CPC for this area, whatever your niche is in home improvement contracting. It'll shoot you some good headlines and you can just use those. Now, the reason why there's multiple headlines is because Google CPC will actually interchange them and they'll measure which ones are performing the best and they'll let you know that, and then from there you can tweak your settings. Now, when it comes to descriptions, it doesn't really matter that much for the people, because if you go on search, you see the headlines, but you rarely actually read the descriptions. The descriptions are actually there for SEO, which just stands for search engine optimization. Just go on ChatGPT, put in your location, your services, put in really attractive words like free, so free quotes, and that'll just boost up your search engine optimization. And obviously, if you chose to put phone, you want to put your phone number. Next is the images. Now, obviously, the better the quality of your images, the more trust you're going to build. Now, the goal of the images part is to build credibility and trust. If you have pictures that are like 3 pixels and obviously shot them on like an Android, people are going to go with the one company that use professional cameras. So not only is the quality of the images you use important, but also images that make sense. You don't want to just take a picture of a wall, right? You want to take a picture of a before and after of a home construction, things of that nature. Also recommend that you put a picture of yourself smiling somewhere, or at least somebody smiling, because that really does build trust. It'll take you from a random painting company, roofing company, to somebody that's real, a real person that they can trust. And so it's really as simple as that. And Google CPC even gives you some free photos that you can use, but never use stock images because it screams cheap, it screams scam. Next are the terms. Now, this is also another place where people just give up because it's too confusing. But again, I promise you it's so simple. Just put what you do, and then not only what you do, but what do other people label what you do. These terms are what going to dictate how you show up. So depending on how related the thing that the person types in their keyboard is to the terms that you put on this page, determines on how likely you are to show up. Next is your radius. Now, you could put your actual radius and how far you're willing to drive, or what I recommend specific zip codes, you know that in the same radius, there's a lot of broke people and a lot of rich people. Whereas if you choose specific cities, specific zip codes, you can choose the places that have people who aren't brokies and are willing to pay for your services. Because remember, you're putting money into this, so you don't want to waste money on putting your business in front of people who aren't serious about getting the services that you offer. The next is setting up a budget. Now, when it comes to the budget, it's up to you. Remember that those terms that you put, there are other businesses that do what you do that put those same terms. And so depending on the money that you put more money than your competitor, then you're going to show up before them. But if they put more money than you, then they'll show up before you. That's up to you how much you want to invest into your marketing. And just like that, you're done. Leave a like and leave a comment for any questions that you have, and I'll personally respond to you and make a video just for your question. That's it for today, guys.